Hey Facebook, we're going to try this again. We had some technical difficulties last time. I'm Sadie and I'm here with Randy, and we are on our way to do something pretty exciting. We are going to get Randy's new truck. So Randy, how long have you been with RTI?
10 years, a couple months.
Okay. And what keeps you with RTI?
Good money, family-oriented type atmosphere. You know, the open door policy. Like I say, it's just almost like a family.
Good. So a lot of companies talk about having an open door policy. Can you give us some examples of, what our open door policy actually looks like?
I have a problem and nobody else is around. I can walk right into the owner's office and talk to him about whatever it is, and any of the other management there. You just walk in and talk to them. If you need any help with anything. And
a lot of people at RTI talk about RTI feeling like, being a family environment, family atmosphere. What could you speak to about, it being a family environment?
They try to ensure, you have adequate home time to be with your family. They understand that. Just, like I say, the driver managers actually care about whether you're successful, you're making money, your miles. Tend to be more open to suggestions, and that drivers may have, as to how things are done.
Can you give any examples of maybe some suggestions that you've made that RTI has listened to and then implemented?
We've drivers and even changed from a set amount of lease to a variable lease program based on drivers' inputs. Driver training, starting a program with that, and where you train a driver. I've done that. So just listen to what ideas drivers may have, and if it makes sense, they implement it.
Mm-hmm. And we'll finish talking about that a little bit more. We'll talk about the implementation of the variable lease option. That's something that wasn't available. That's something that really sets RTI apart from other lease companies or leases. Is that we do have the variable per mile lease. That's something that we didn't initially offer. We had more of a traditional lease, but through feedback from our drivers, we implemented that lease. We really take into consideration what our drivers are asking for, what they're wanting. We want to make sure that we meet our drivers' needs, because ultimately, if our driver's successful, we're successful and everyone's happy. So we're here at Volvo and we're gonna get out. So it's windy, so I apologize in advance. You're gonna get some wind noise from that. And it's going to be super jumpy, so take some Dramamine. But we're going to get out and walk around the truck, and we'll get back in the truck and we'll follow up with questions. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment below and we'll do our best to answer those. So bear with me as I get out of the car. We are here at the Volvo dealership. So typically, we only purchase Freightliner, or most recently, only purchase Freightliners and Peterbilts. But again, to meet the needs of our drivers, Randy runs the team, and he really wanted a Volvo because it's a lot more space for him and his co-drivers. So we're here with Bill, and Bill's the owner of RTI.
Hello, everyone. Randy.
Yes,
Congratulations, brother.
Randy's keys.
I don't know how many you need. Hopefully you don't need all those. You got your bill of sale here. $151,000 in that bad boy. What did you have added to it?
We're going to add some lighting, upgrade the transmission with a premium package, bigger fuel tank on one side, APU unit, bigger inverter.
What size inverter is it?
20,000 watt, 1,500.
What do you got here? You got the flow flow.
Higher fuel mileage. Flat bearings all the way around.
Does it say how much the truck weighs in there?
No, that's just prices.
Quick tour around the truck.
Sure. Why'd you pick black?
Based on some things about
So you have the built-in refrigerator and a little seating area, TV mount, storage up here, lots and lots of storage, bunk, and then a little seating area here. So we'll come back here and do the rest of the interview. You guys want to take a seat back there? I'll sit right here. Sorry guys, bear with us.
Can I join you?
Yeah, come on in.
All right. Here's your stuff. So is this like your last Volvo?
Pretty much. As far as I can tell, it's other than, just like I said, some of the upgrades I did to it, it's pretty much identical. Which that would have been about mine if we hadn't crashed it.
Did you already tell them about the accident?
No, we in Arizona I had we broadsided head on a truck that had overturned.
Well, I'll get it.
And pretty much just totaled the truck out. The front end of it was gone. Driver's compartment windshield fell out, and that was basically it. We crawled out the window and walked away, luckily.
Yeah.
So you just came around the corner on a freeway, curve, and went straight into a truck that turned over.
Right.
So
buried the front end in the trailer. So.
And both you and your co-partner just walked right out.
Walked away, crawled out the window, and walked away.
You're a Volvo from now to eternity, it sounds like.
Yeah. In my opinion, they're the safest trucks. I've seen results of other trucks that didn't hit nothing as fast as I did, because I had to have been doing 60, 65 at least by the time I hit it.
Yeah.
As far as the cab itself, it was in as good a shape as this one, other than the windshield fell out. That was it.
So. All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to cut in, so we can wrap up, and these people can get back to their Saturday afternoons. It's a beautiful day here in Kansas City, and I know everyone's probably itching to get out and enjoy the nice weather. So Randy, you mentioned the open door policy and making changes, really your voice being heard. Can you give us some examples of that? Expand upon that a little bit.
Other than what I've said, it's just like you can just, if you got a problem with safety or operations, you just go to whoever, Sean or Lisa or Bill himself, if you have to, and they're always open to talk to you.
Yeah, in operation, from when we bought the company, you started shortly after that. We have a big change. Anyone who in the operations,
I don't think there's 2 or 3 people left in the office that were there when I started. And just like I said, drivers' opinion of personnel. If they were, there's been a lot of changes based on us, the drivers, giving our opinion. Between even driver managers and everything else, it seemed like 10 years when I came, they could have cared less about the driver, and now most of the driver managers I've interacted with, seem to care more.
And that's one thing I tell new recruits when they come in, come to me a little bit. So I always tell new recruits when they come in, you guys are on the road, you know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and we, on the other side of that, we don't know what's broken, or we can't fix what's broken without you telling us. So if you come to us with a problem, we do our best to resolve it. And if we can't resolve it, on our end, we take it directly to Bill. Driver feedback has been invaluable in changing policies, procedures, and also allowing us to think outside of the box. And one of the things that led us to our next very exciting project is feedback from drivers, specifically from Randy. Randy runs team, and he really wanted to train a family member how to drive. Well, our minimum hiring standard is 1 year over the road, so we wouldn't hire someone without a CDL. But Randy's a great driver. We trust him. He's very safe, and so we thought, well, why not? Why not start a program, let Randy train a driver? So that's something that we're getting ready to implement. We're going to be doing this really cool program called Train Your Team. So train your family member, train your spouse. So, and the really cool thing about the program is you could go elsewhere and do a training program with your family member, right? Or you could, when you go to CDL school and you go through a training program, you don't get to pick who you're running with. So this way you get to run with someone you trust, someone you care about, someone you can depend upon. You don't have to pay for it, and we're actually paying you to do the program. So you're getting paid, you're training your spouse, your loved one, they're getting their CDL, and best of all, there's no contract. So there's really no risk. So it's really a great program. We're really excited to roll it out. And I'm going to ask Randy just a couple questions about his training experience. He's trained 2 people now, so I'll go back to him. But again, that came through driver feedback. So we really do listen to what you're asking for, what you're saying is not working, and we do our best to make the accommodations to meet your needs. So I'm going to go back to Randy here.
Okay, I trained a friend of mine about 4 years ago now. So he's been driving, and about 2 years ago trained my son-in-law.
And these are people that had no experience whatsoever.
Right. No, and they started out just getting them their permit, and
so that was real nervous for us, since we typically only require 1 year experience, and Randy came to us with the idea and wanted to do it, and again, trying to work with our drivers, it seemed like a great thing to do, and we tested it with Randy a couple times, and now we're formally rolling out a program where we pay you to go to school, unlike most situations, and we don't bind you to a year contract to keep working for us, because we're very confident that we can keep you busy and you really will enjoy working here. So
right, miles are there. If you want to work, you can get 6,000 miles a week if you want to run. Unless you go home. If you're one of these people that want to go home all the time,
Well, you regularly do over 5,000, between 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and then
most weeks, unless I take an extra day off, I got 5,800 miles. And
you're home
every
weekend.
Right.
Home every weekend. That's
So
fantastic.
I originally, I've lived in North Carolina when I started here, so I wasn't getting home maybe once a month, and some good dedicated lanes came open, and I moved here to Kansas City, out in Lawrence, Kansas, just to do that, to where I was home more. So I'm getting the miles and home every weekend. So
Randy you got the black truck because you wanted to put some decals on it, right?
Right.
For the police.
We've got 4 trucks for honoring the military. One for each branch. And I went to Bill and wanted to do one in memory of fallen police officers, and he thought it was a good idea. That's why the truck's black, so the decaling and stuff stands out a lot better.
So we'll do a Facebook Live when we go check it in and check it out and see how they do. Is that going to be done here in town? Where'd you line it up?
Yeah, I've got a couple people I got to call them Monday morning. I'm going to take it up there Monday. One's the one that does the company's decaling, and then the other one's one that specializes in wraps and stuff like that. See when they can get it done and everything.
Good.
So Randy has a couple of illustrations that he's thinking about putting on the truck. You guys can vote on those to see which one you like better. And then also, if you have suggestions for design, drop those in the comments. So you guys are going to vote on these, if you don't mind, for what's going to go on the truck. And then also give us your suggestions. We want this truck to honor fallen police officers. So it's a really cool opportunity, rolling tribute. So I'm going to show you guys
There's 4 of them.
4 options. You guys vote 1, 2, 3, or 4. So bear with me again. All right.
We'll take this as number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And maybe a combination of a couple of them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So pick 1, pick 2, or if you have something artwork that you think is better, then show us that artwork. Drop any of those in the comments. What about stickers for veterans? Yeah, absolutely. Veterans can put stickers on their trucks. We also offer a military appreciation bonus pay. So veterans make 3 cents per mile more. You just have to turn in a DD-214 when you come in, and then we will give you our military appreciation pay. So, all right, guys.
And like Randy's one of the guys who helps advise other drivers.
Right. So if you're interested, you want to run team, or even if you want to run solo and train somebody, as long as you qualify to do that, give me a call if you have questions. I drive mostly at night, so you can call me anytime during the night. If it's during the day, leave me a voicemail. I turn the phone off during the day. Leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you that evening. Just leave me your name, your number, what time's best to get a hold of you. You call me. It's 913-787-7500, and it'll also be posted below the video. So give me a call and I'll answer any questions I can. If I can't give you the answer, I'll get it for you or put you in touch with somebody who can.
It's a very lucrative opportunity. Randy really smokes it. He's typically, I think, 4 years out of 5 been our #1 MPG driver. So it's exciting to see him get a brand new truck picked out and spec'd out the way he wanted to.
Sorry, just real quick, we didn't get to this earlier. Randy, how many leases have you had with RTI?
This will be my third. Completed one, went into the Volvo, and of course completed it upon crashing it.
Insurance company
The
helped you
insurance
out on
helped me
that
out with that one. So this will be my actual third one. I've been in a temporary truck since then, so till this one was.
And how many miles do you put on this in a year?
The truck I'm in, I think it had 300 miles on it when I got in it, and I got it the 1st of July, so it's about 11 months, and it's 240,000 miles on it.
Okay.
So
Great.
the miles are there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate your time today, and we will do a follow-up video once the truck is wrapped. And then if you have any questions, give us a call in recruiting or give Randy a call. He gave you his cell phone number. That was pretty brave. We appreciate your time, and we will be going through the comments, answering any questions you might have. So we look forward to connecting with you. Hope you all have a great day, and we appreciate your time.